right, I'm just gonna be 100% honest on what I'm starting with in this room right now, because I feel like most of us have been there if we're willing to admit it. Maybe not all of us are willing to admit it. So, this room did not look like this a week ago. We have actually been very, very vigilant about keeping our nursery clean since our daughter's been born. I get in here every week and I clean it. However, what has happened is, as I started to deep clean the kitchen and the living room, and just life is lifing. I didn't expect it to take a week for me to clean my kitchen and organize my kitchen, but it did. So then things just cut. Basically, when I clean, I shift. So anything that was in the living room that belonged to the baby got put in the nursery, but not organized, just set in the nursery. Anything that went in our room, we just put it in our room. Bathroom, we put it in the bathroom. So that has now created this mess. Of course, there are things in here that don't belong to her, like just the Amazon boxes that need to be recycled and just random things that we haven't gotten to because of lifing. But now that the kitchen and living room are done, the nursery is next. So we are going to get it back to its former glory. And I'm going to just do a little bit of a nursery tour. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove all of these larger items that she doesn't use anymore. Unfortunately, like her boppy, she is still combination breastfed, but she is too big for her boppy, so we're not getting rid of them completely. We probably will try again for another one, but we are going to put them in storage. So things like her boppy, I think we call this a snooze pod, which we definitely got a good use out of. This little chair, which I'm kind of torn about because I think it does actually convert to a toddler chair, but at present she's kind of at an age where she doesn't like to sit down at all. She just wants to crawl and walk. So right now it's just kind of in the way. So I'm not, this one's a maybe. We'll see. But the other two are definites. And we have other things like her little baby gym when they're newborns that they lay down on the mat. And they have their little things hanging above their head. So we cleaned this a long time ago, but we just have not actually packed it back in the box. So unfortunately, this is ready to go. And have things like her water tummy time mat, which we use quite a bit, and a travel, what do you call it? Play gym, I guess. This one's really cute. It's shaped like an owl. So we definitely used this one when we went back and forth to the US when she was first born. Getting back to cleaning, we just took a little bit of lunch break. Now she's gone with Dada. So this is the last thing that I think needs to be removed from here. This is just her winter pram cover, which I don't think she should need for several months. So I'm either going to put it in storage or I might find a place under her crib to put it, but it's going to come out of here for now. Next up, I am going to start going through, this is literally just a bunch of boxes that have been broken down for the most part. There is also just things that we have brought, like I said, out from the kitchen and the living room that needed to go to storage that just got put in this box. So I'm going to go through here, pack the things that need to go to storage into a box, and get all the rest of this out to recycling instead of storing it in my baby's room. We did get her a little toilet seat. We have tried to start potty training her, even though she's only 9 months. Some people start at 5 months, believe it or not. That's crazy. But yeah, we just put her on right after feeding a bottle, not food. And not on this. She has like a little small potty somewhere right here. This one obviously isn't open yet. This one, but she doesn't really like sitting on it because of the hard plastic, I think. So this is the one that you put on the toilet. So we put her on right after, and she just goes or doesn't go. We only put her on for 5 minutes at a time, once or twice a day, and then you praise her if she goes. If she doesn't, nothing, no problem. No, you're not sad or anything. And surprisingly, she has gone. So that was a shock to us, but why not? Give it a try. So this box actually has her toys in it that we just switched out of her playpen. I think I was on Instagram and I saw one of the moms saying like, oh, she switches out the toys every month or every few weeks or something, just so they don't get bored of them. And I thought that was a good idea. So she doesn't have a ton of toys. She has literally what's in there now and then this little bit that's in this box. So she doesn't have a lot. We try not to go crazy on toys, but she has some things. So what I'm going to do is this is, like I said, it used to be very well organized. It does have a spot for toys. So I am going to actually go in here and see what's in here and try to be able to store all of them in here. This is mostly things that we have either just collected randomly, like a Jenga set. I think I used to have this in my classroom when I was teaching. And then things that people have gotten her that are just a little too old for her right now. Like this is for the bath, but I think it's 1 year plus or something. And just some random things. This is for 18 months plus. So it has a few things in here that she can't play with yet that were gifted to us. But other than that, it's pretty empty. So I'm going to try to fit all of those toys in here. But first, I'm going to continue cleaning the mess. And if you live in the UK, I will point out this little set I got for her when she just started going to nursery a few weeks ago. It's from this company called My First Years, and they do personalize their things. And they have so many cute little backpacks and lunch boxes. So this is the one we got for her. It came with this little bunny, which is adorable. So yeah, if you haven't heard of them, I highly recommend it. It's nice quality and it wasn't too expensive. I don't remember the price. I'll put it up. But she won't be going to nursery anytime soon because we're teachers, so we're on summer vacation. So I have to find where I want to store this in the meantime. And the reason these bibs are hanging there is because they have to air dry. So when my husband does the laundry on the weekends, he just hangs them on her little dresser here to dry. So that's it. Okay, so I didn't really have to buy anything for her room because mostly we had storage in mind when we designed her nursery. But I did have to buy one little storage basket. I might use two. But this is just for all these little things that we didn't take account of, like little vitamin droppers, because she is mostly breastfed, so we do, it's recommended in the UK to give them vitamins. So little things like that, little things like her, what do you call this? Would you push up their nose? The saline sprays. Just little things that don't really have a place to go. She's got all of these little baby toothbrush things that we use each night with her until she's obviously old enough to brush her own teeth. And like little, actually this thing goes in the kit. So we did get one of those little, baby tool kits, which honestly, I'm going to say is empty right now, but we didn't really use most of it. I just don't know where the things are. We definitely used the brush and the comb and the thermometer. So maybe we did use all of it. Most of it. We don't use these scissors. I don't even know what you're using for, or these like little nail files or anything. And then we have her little electronic nostril sucker thing, which I would highly recommend if you don't have one of those. This is what we do use to trim her nails, which is one of those little drills, like baby drills. This one's a giraffe. So much easier, I have to think, than trying to clip and sand a baby's nails. I can't even imagine. We've never done it, but I can't imagine. This is a baby forehead thermometer. Now, when I got this, people said that this one wasn't as accurate. And so we would do the other one under the arm, which is the way they do it here. And then we would test with this one, and honestly, they came out pretty much identical each time. So I do think this one is pretty accurate personally. And at least when she was a newborn, she would go ballistic when you would stick things under her arm. So we hated doing this one. We only did it because people said this one wasn't as accurate. But I personally think it's fine. I mean, do you? But now we pretty much only do this one unless it's like, we are really like, if this one's saying she doesn't have a fever and we're like, wait a minute, like she is boiling. But it honestly hasn't happened. So we think it's pretty accurate. We have tested them side by side. This is just some scalp cream, which she does not use at the moment, but you never know. You kind of, And I think these are just the other things that came in that kit, which they must have just gotten taken out because we never used them. So I'll put those back in there. Would I recommend this kit? I don't know. It's probably nice to have these things just in case, but like it even has a little toothbrush, even though we never use it. We just got the little finger one because it's just easier and we can just sterilize these each night. But we have 3 of them, so you can literally just plop it on your finger and stick it, to brush their gums. And she loves it. She likes biting on it, so that's it. But now she has a place for all her little items that were just kind of taking up space. So unfortunately, this one doesn't fit her bigger products, which is one of the things I was hoping for. So we have like a big Sudocrem. We have, we don't actually use this. She's had this since she was born. Maybe it's because this one didn't do that well on her skin. So I'll probably take it out and use it myself because why not? This stuff is the holy grail in my opinion. This Burt's Bees Baby Multi-Purpose Healing Ointment. I don't know if they have it in the UK. We got this when we were traveling to the US, and she had like this, we don't know what it was. We don't know if it was a burn, if it was my aunt said it looked like a spider bite. We just know one day it just looked like there was just this hole on her leg where it looked like really red and kind of like, not blistery, but like sorey kind of, and just gross. And we were just like, we don't know what it is. Pretty much every person we asked said something different. So we kind of just waited to see what would happen, if it would heal. It did not do anything for weeks, like nothing. It just always looked the same every day, every day, every day. And we went and finally got this. And you're hesitant to get things because you're like, you want to make sure you're using the most natural things and you're not introducing things into their systems and, be overprotective as we will. But we finally got this and it healed that thing up. Whatever it was, it healed it up within probably like a week. Like we just put it on after her bath every night and it was just gone. So now anytime she gets anything, a little scratch, if she scratches herself with her nail, if she does anything at all, we're like, put the Burt's Bees on it. Like, what's that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding? We're like, put the Windex on it. That's it. So this is some baby coconut oil, which we will use occasionally. I'm gonna remove this clip in the middle. And so this is mostly for things that we don't use every day. So this is just her nappy cream. We use this every day. This is the one we had for most of the time that she was a newborn. Then she started going to nursery and she wants to have a peanut or any kind of nut oil. We didn't even know that this one had peanut oil in it. Apparently it does. So she can't have this one, but she can have that one. So that is the reason. We are just going to continue using this one up at home until it's gone, and then probably won't get it anymore. But we loved it. It's been amazing for her this whole time. She has literally never had a diaper rash until she started going to nursery. But I don't think it was because of, it wasn't because of this, because we hadn't started using it yet. It was because, according to everything I've researched, as well as the people who work there, because she started eating more. And so because she was mostly milk fed, and she started going when she was about at the end of 8 months, she was only getting about 1 meal a day, and then we obviously upped it to 2 and then to 3 pretty rapidly. So she was eating so much more, and which meant she was pooping so much more. And when they poop more, it creates that chemical reaction with the pee. Sorry if that's TMI, but the chemical reaction is what created the diaper rash. So I can say that this, she never ever had a diaper rash until she started eating more. So, and I think that's it. So I'm still gonna have to figure out how I want to store some of these other larger bottles. This is like some curly hair spray because she's got some crazy hair. These are honestly 2 things that I just tried that didn't work that well, but I kind of just mix and match them sometimes whenever the weather's weird and her regular hair stuff is not working that great. I will say this is our go-to for her hair. It's called Baby Curls by Aunt Jackie's Kids. This is the only thing that works on her hair on a regular basis. Sometimes we will use this one. We don't really use this one at all. I don't know, maybe I'll give it to my husband or something. He has curly hair, so. But this one's kind of like just occasionally when it's a little too humid or a little too crazy. This one is okay. It smells amazing. It's like a blueberry. It's wild blueberry. But this one is our OG every single day. This works. I don't know what's in this stuff, but it works very, very well. Then we just have our baby little, medicine. So we have some Calpol paracetamol, which we only have had to use when she was getting her vaccinations. Thankfully, she never did get a fever with it. And then some ibuprofen for when she is teething, which she has 2 coming in now, and we have had to use it twice. I can't say how effective I think it is yet, because honestly, it hasn't. When the last time that it happened, it wasn't very effective. Like, she was still quite in pain, but I don't know. She's my first one, so all of this teething stuff is new to me. And then we have this bag. This we kind of just keep in here because we take it in the bathroom every night when we're giving her a bath. My husband will usually just get her dressed right out of the bath because it's just easier for us. And it's not so doing the transfer into the cold. Obviously it's summer now, so it's not so cold, but we just got in that habit of doing that. So we keep her little toiletries in here. This is a little nappy cream wand that we love. One of her little lotions. We usually put the big hair cream, or we have a little travel size one that we transfer into. But we're not going to do that today. And then this is just some baby massage oil. I try to do like a self-care Sunday with her and give her a nice little baby massage on Sundays. So, 1, 2. This is what I'm saying. Like, storing all these tiny little things is difficult. I might not keep it up here. I have additional storage down on the lower shelves, but right now I'm just trying to figure out kind of how I want to store it. to reattach, I'll get that in a minute, to reattach this changing pad. I have done this several times, and it lasts for like a couple, maybe 2 or 3 months, and then it just comes right back off again. So basically what I did was I got this changing pad from, I don't even know, maybe Amazon, but we just liked the colors. We thought that it went in well in her room. But this is not a changing table. We specifically got a regular dresser that she could grow into as she grows up. So I just put some command strips on and attached it on both sides. The problem is it just keeps coming loose, but I don't know what else to do that isn't going to be permanently messing it up. So I'll just keep reattaching it until she doesn't need it anymore. But I'm going to just take it off and clean it, and then see if I can find some more command strips to attach it. So as you can see, it is securely fastened on here. We'll see how long that lasts. So yeah, the top of the changing table is complete, except for, what did I just do with it? One of these. I don't know if I would recommend these or not, but we just kind of think it's nice to have something there when we're changing her. I think these came, they're like little liners, I guess. They came from Amazon. But the problem is that the material that they come with this, whatever this is. And it's like, if you are not supposed to put them in the dryer, which of course we did, and now they're all kind of ruined, but we still use them anyway, just to kind of have a barrier there. So, because the idea of like changing her bare butt on this thing, I know people do it, but it just weirds me out. I like to have something just in case there's some poop or something getting around. So, it's fine. We just put it for our own sanity, I think. That's that. So next I'm going to start to tackle the drawers, which are not too bad. Okay, so the way that I make these labels really simply is I use this app called Nailco that goes with my machine, obviously. I just made the 6-month one, so I will change this one to, and I literally will just go in and replace what I have there. So her next one is 6 to 9 months. Confirm it. Because this is a little bit big, we're going to make it smaller, and then you can align. I like to align it to the middle of both places. And then I am just extra, so I like to use different icons just to be cute for each one. So I used that one before, so now I'm going to use a different one. I'm in the mother-child section, and I think I only do free ones because I'm cheap like that. I think I will do the little mobile. So then I fit it to the area that I want. I resize it, and then I align it. And then you can just click on it and copy it to make one on the other side. And you just position it kind of where you want it to go. And then align it as well. Oh, I actually got that one pretty well. And I feel like this one is a little bit too close to the word, so we're gonna go a little bit to the side. And that is that. Then once you like the way it looks, you just press print and it will come out. Oh, in this case I'm not connected. Now I am. And it is printing. Okay, progress has been made. We have our labels. 6 months, 6 to 9 months, and these are her more waterproof bibs. She also has a drawer with some cloth bibs. And then this one, which I really did not realize that all of her 9-month clothes were just 9 months. She doesn't have any 9 to 12-month clothes, but that's okay because it's gonna be winter. I think by the time she can fit them, she is still in mostly 6 to 9 months. So we need to definitely start looking into some 9 to 12-month winter clothes. And then we just have her socks over there. So I think that's all I'm going to do for that today, because the next one is going to take a bit. So this second one is just wipes that we just do an auto renew shipping on. But this is the beast that's like the mess. It does not always look like this. This just happens over time. So this is where all of her cloth bibs are, all of her hair bows, medicine, all just random. And there are organizers in there, but it just has become a mess. I do not really feel like tackling that one today when I still have a lot more to do. So I think I'm going to move on to the rest of the room. So I still need to get her little cubby system in order, put the toys away. There's just other things to do that will not be as much of a headache as that drawer. So yes, I am kind of running away from it. I mean, really is the only one that needs to be done. This bottom drawer is all wet nappies and water nappies. So it's completely already organized. We were wearing them. We haven't so much lately. And then this lock drawer is kind of just my kind of art supply stuff, which is why that one's locked, because she never goes in that one anyway. Or we never go in that one. All right, so the next thing I need to tackle is her little cubby area here. So we bought this as her kind of storage solution for this room because it is a tiny little room. It does not have a closet. This is literally the room, 4 walls. So we got this thing and it came with these rods in it that you can literally just move backwards and forwards. You can just do whatever you want. I don't think this one came with a rod. It came with 2 rods. So we could use that to hang her clothes, obviously, until she gets much bigger, like preteen age, and they won't fit anymore. But it works for now. So the problem is I have, originally, like I said, it was all organized. So you see I have my 0 to 3, 3 to 6, so on and so forth. But obviously she's 9 months old, so I have not actually cleared this thing out since she was really little. We've just been living life. So that's the goal today, to go ahead and clear out all of at least her 0 up to 6 month clothes. So 0 to 3 and 3 to 6, to clear those out. And then maybe tomorrow I'll start moving things over. Other things we have here that I probably won't get to today. I did actually already finish organizing the toy bin. Then we just have some random things here. Carrier breastfeeding. The bottom 2 they were empty. I'm not sure what's in them now. This one is kind of wipe recycle things that we take to the store to recycle for money back, which is a program they have here. Just some kind of random things. This was the bath shelf. So her little baby bath used to sit up in there, but now it is in storage. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this side just yet. I might just put her larger backpack and her lunchbox in there. Yeah, not sure, but we'll see. So that's kind of the next task, to figure out how I'm going to maximize this storage space here. Right, it is day 2 in the nursery. Already made a lot of progress. Obviously, all this clutter out of the middle of the floor is gone. I have redone our top 2 drawers, and I've stocked this drawer with our diapers and wipes and everything. We already had the stuff, it just wasn't in there. cleaned off this entire thing and kind of organized it the way I wanted to. And then I started going through her little closet. So here's the problem. Our daughter is just really small. She's 9 months old. And so I assumed that all of her 3 to 6 clothes she wouldn't be able to fit anymore. So I was looking at them. I'll turn the camera around. I was looking at them yesterday and I got really sad because some of her things she hadn't worn yet. So like my mom bought her this stitch sweater, which I thought was so cute, and just several things in here she just hadn't worn yet because every time I would try them on her, they would just be ginormous. And then it got hot outside. So I'm like, okay, obviously she won't be able to fit her 3 to 6 stuff anymore, right? So then I was just like, oh, but it kind of looks big still. So I had my husband try one of the dresses on her yesterday and it fit perfectly. Of course it fits perfectly now that she's 9 months old. So now I'm like, okay, let's rethink this shelf redo here. So I left all the 3 to 6 stuff in because it's all winter, and to be honest, she doesn't have any 9 to 12 month clothes yet. So that might be a good thing because maybe it's she can still fit the 3 to 6 winter stuff that she never got to wear, and we don't want to waste, right? So what I did find in there was some of her 0 to 3 stuff still in there. So obviously this all came out, and just things that she probably just wouldn't wear again. Like this was her little half birthday outfit and just little things like that. So I am gonna get that stuff put away in storage and then continue. So what's left? We need to organize the book area a little bit. It looks pretty good though. Honestly, it's a baby room, who cares? I still have not done this shelf. So this is all staying. This is between 6 and 12 months, but it just needs to be organized a bit. I need to figure out what's going in here because this used to be her bath shelf where her big baby bath would sit, but she doesn't use it anymore at 9 months. So now we have all this space to work with. And then I just need to get in those bottom cubbies and reorganize a little bit. I need to put all of this stuff away. And this is the drawer that I'm dreading. It's got all the tiny little baby things, all the little bows and medicines and bibs and socks and things. So that's the one I don't want to do. So I have decided that since it's the drawer that I'm dreading the most, I'm going to start with that drawer today to just get it done, and then the rest will be a breeze. And honestly, I'm literally just dumping everything out and starting from scratch because as you can see, we do have organizers in here, and probably for the first good 6 to 7 months it was well organized, but then what happens is we get new things, we don't know where to put them, life gets busy, we just shove things in there, and then you have to take the time to reorganize it. And then there's so many things in here, like these are her newborn caps. She was so little, and little pacifiers that she hated. It's like, we can get rid of these things. We just never went back in and did it. So today is the day I'm gonna get in this drawer and finally reorganize it. What we doing? Yeah. You want to clean our nursery? You want to help? You want to help? No helping? You just want to distract the mama. You just want to distract the mama. See yourself? You say hi? You say hi? Hi. We're working on this. Yeah. Say hi. Oh, what do we see? We're going bye-bye? All right, it is done. It didn't even take that long. I don't know why I was shredding it, but it's done. It's organized. I ended up using, I had 2 empty ones. Crazy. This is what happens when you organize. So I ended up just splitting the one with her fabric, her cloth bibs, just so it wouldn't be so condensed in there, and would just be easier to find some when we need them. We had all these like little plasticky ones that we got in the US because Indy has been extremely drooly since she was 2 months old. Everyone was always telling us she's teething. She wasn't teething, she was just a really drooly baby. Now she's just now finally getting her teeth in at 9 months. So I don't know, but we were trying to find bib solutions because we were going through bibs like crazy. I mean, like 2, 3, 4 bibs a day because they were getting drenched. So we couldn't use the fabric ones at that time because it was too drooly. So we wanted ones that had the kind of plasticky backing because we just needed the waterproofness. And we found these, but they are absolutely horrible. We hated them. I don't even think I'm going to store these. I might just get rid of most of them because they're not even cute except for like the little rainbow one. So we ended up finding these at Target. And these are like our go-tos now. So they have like the boy colors, right? The greens and blues and yeah, greens and blues. And then they have the girl colors, which are your yellows and oranges and pinks. We got all of them because of course they're not boy girl colors. She wears all the colors. So those are the ones that we ended up really liking. They fit really well. These, they just, whatever this Velcro was made out of, they were just popping off constantly. We're like, how did you get that bib off? They don't hold, they don't stick. It's like, they're not even cute and it's just super annoying. Look how easy that was to get off. So I might just get rid of those. Otherwise, everything else that was left over was all her little newborn socks that she can't fit anymore, all her little gloves, her little newborn hats. So I'm not gonna get rid of this stuff. We're just gonna store it just in case we do have another one. And then these dummies, pacifiers, she only likes one, and we don't really give her a pacifier unless she's sleeping, because she does usually go to sleep on the boob, just being honest. And so once I read that pacifiers help reduce the risk of SIDS, I was like, okay, fine, I'll stop biting it. Because originally I didn't want her to have one, but we only give it to her when she's sleeping. And so we were trying out different ones. Like she has these ones, which she likes these okay, but she hated these, and I like special ordered them. They came with this cute clip and everything. She completely hated all of them. She would not take them at all. And we didn't even get to try these because the first one we tried, it was like a Dr. Brown's kind. That was the one. Like you had to like death grip that thing to get it out of her mouth. So that was the one. So we got 3 of those, and that's what we use if needed when she's sleeping. So that's it. So the nightmare drawer is done. Okay, next up, I'm going to be cleaning up her little cubby system, organizing the ones that haven't been organized yet, and figuring out what to do with this mostly empty one. Okay, so this cubby that I just pulled out is filled with baby carrier stuff, breastfeeding stuff that I'm finally deciding to just downsize to. Yeah, so this is actually one of those wraps for if you've had a C-section or if you're just trying to get your belly back slim. I'm going to wrap that up and put it in storage. This is, I'll put it up on the screen. I can't remember the name of it, but she is able to be carried in this when she is older. We carried her in this from the, when she was, sorry about that. We carried her in this when she was really small, but once she started to get bigger and heavier, it just didn't work as well because it's the kind that goes around your body like this, and you kind of like put them in. And so when she was really small, it worked great, but once she started to get bigger, it was like her weight was just too much, even though you see people carrying like toddlers in it. So I think I'm gonna keep it out because maybe it'll be useful again when she's a toddler. I don't know, but just the way that she was laying in it when she was still a baby, but just a heavier baby, it just wasn't as good. So this is another carrier we got. I don't remember what this one's called. We've been through a few carriers. This one's definitely the koala carrier. I'll put it up on the screen. I'm not gonna take it out of the bag. This one was okay. This one, the straps were just way too complicated for me. Just every time you're getting it on, like when you need to get the carrier on, I need to be able to do it quickly. And this one, I just kept having, it took so long to figure out the straps every time. So we just didn't love that one. This one was okay. It was just not as good for as she got bigger. So now the one we use is amazing. It's down in the car. I will include it in my must-haves video. I'll put it up on the screen as well. It's amazing. It's the one that has the little seat, so that as she gets older into toddler, you can just literally zip off the top carrier part and she can just sit on the seat. It's so much back support. It's so much easier, and it's really easy to get on. So that's the one I would highly recommend. We have a blood pressure monitor. There was some fear on if I might have preeclampsia. I was a high-risk pregnancy, so for a few days or weeks after giving birth, I had to take my blood pressure. So that's definitely, we'll just keep that in the house anyway, because you never know. This is just the bag for my pumps. So I do use the Mom Cozy M5, I think it's called. I'm not sure. And I like it. There's some issues, I would say, with the consistency. So basically, I have 2 of them. And the reason is, I put one on my registry, and my cousin was going to get it for me, but just from one way or another, she didn't get it before the birth, and so I just really wanted to pump right from birth. And so I had gone ahead and bought it, thinking, oh, if when she sends me hers, I'll just send it back. Like, it'll be brand new. I won't need it. And so literally got it because she literally ordered it a week or two after I ordered mine. It was absolutely brand new in the package, in the plastic wrap and everything. And they would not take it back, Amazon. But in their defense, they did refund the money. They just didn't. They said they're not allowed to take it back for health, whatever reasons, which is shocking to me because I would get it if you opened it, if there was any proof that you'd opened it. But because it was still in the plastic wrap, that's like shocking to me that they wouldn't take it back. But they wouldn't take it back, so whatever. So yeah, the koala is one of them that I didn't like. This is the one I do like. So I have the manual here. It's called Biba Amor, or I'm not sure how you would say it, but this is the one. This is the best carrier of the 3 or 4 carriers I've tried. And I apologize if I'm looking all over the place. I think my camera's switched around, so oh well. Then we have some disposable breast pads. I did not use these, let's be honest. I'm still breastfeeding, but I'm not in that stage where I'm like leaking anymore. So I just don't use them. I'm gonna switch this camera around because it's driving me crazy. Okay, that feels better now. Sorry if I kept looking at the wrong place in the screen. You guys are probably like, what's going on? But yeah, I didn't use them, and unfortunately now I have a crap ton. We are gonna keep them because I am planning on probably having another one, so next time. This is the name of the other one. Infantino. It's a flip 4-in-1 convertible carrier. This one was fine. It was just a little bit, it just wasn't as supportive as the BB Amore one or whatever. We did use this one before we got that one. So that was like this was our primary one. So we used that wraparound one when she was really, really, I would say first month and a half or 2 months, like when she was really little. And then as she got bigger and heavier, it was instantly like, this is a no when we were out long day shopping. And then we switched to the koala. I instantly didn't like it. I wouldn't say instantly because I would have sent it back, but we kept trying it. And it was just, the straps were just too complicated for me. And so then I got this one, and we used this one for several months until we went to the US, and I needed one. I just wanted one that was had more back support because I had a back injury. And so that's why and then she wasn't fitting in this one as well as she got bigger. I don't know what the age is, but we just personally felt like she wasn't. It says up to 32 pounds. So honestly, she's less than 20 pounds right now and she's 9 months. So it's good. Maybe it's just my size and weight and the big boobs, and it just felt like it was like not the best for us. And this is some colostrum collection that I didn't get to do. I tried. I didn't have any supply before she was born, so I will keep them. I hope there's no expiration, but I don't think there is. If so, then next time I won't use it, but I'll keep them for now. And then this is my thing. This is our breast friend. We love this thing. We use this thing every single day since birth. This is better than a boppy. 100% better than the boppy. This is our go-to. I never even read this manual, to be honest, but I feel like it's common sense. And then we have some massagers and heat things. These are good in the beginning. I don't really need them anymore, but they were nice in the beginning. I think I'll keep them in here anyway, because sometimes, you know, you want a little heat. It's nice. You know, that time of the month when they're not feeling their best. It's nice. So I'm going to put the breast pumps back. A heart monitor, whatever this is called. Yeah, blood pressure monitor, sorry, back. And I am going to keep this one in here, like I said, because I in the videos at least, they used it when they were toddlers. So maybe I'll try it again at some point. We shall see. But I'm going to keep it in here. And the current manual for the one we love, the BB Amore. that's it. So it went from being quite full to pretty empty. This one, we have some diaper pail refills. We just get the ones on Amazon. We don't get the name brand ones because these are so much cheaper. We do have the official like Tommy TP diaper pail. And some people say they don't go for diaper pails. Listen, I'm a diaper pail person. It cuts down, there's no smell. It's not really that expensive to get the refills if you go off brand. And yeah, I'm a diaper pail person. 100%. No regrets there. This is just a box to one of our cameras. So we do have a monitor above her crib, but we also have a monitor above her bassinet, or like a little camera that sits in front of the bassinet. So whenever she was in there, we could still know if she woke up and we weren't in there. Especially now that she's standing, it's nice. I think a lot of this stuff is gonna get moved over to that bin that I just emptied, because these are all breastfeeding items. These all came with my series chiller, or however you say it. I use this for storing my breast milk when I'm working. I don't know where it is. This one's really nice because it has an inner bottle, so you would fill the outside bottle with ice, or you can do either or. Fill one of them with ice, and then you pour your milk into the other one, and then you can keep it chilled all day. Come home, pour it in the bottles or the freezer bags or whatever you're doing, and it's great. Highly recommend. All right, so her shelving is nice and orderly now. Everything is cleared out. It is nice and organized. But what that means is everything that I have taken out of here now has to be dealt with. So all of her little 0 to 3 month clothes, the carriers, everything that I've taken out now has to be packed. I'm going to use some of these space saver bags so that we can put them in storage. And then I think this room is mostly done, except one other thing. Our apartment windows got egged, and so the building was supposed to be sending someone to clean this. They never have, so I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to lean out here somehow and clean this freaking egg off my window. It's driving me crazy.